We don't need to raise taxes. Just print more money. Does this work? Why do we do it? If it doesn't work, why do we do it? One of the reasons just printing more money works is because the protection racket of U.S. dollar supremacy props up demand for that printed money. I say protection racket because we say this: if you play ball, you'll be safe from our thugs. If you don't, we'll overthrow you or ruin you. For example, when the Eastern Bloc countries switched their international trade from the ruble to USD, this represented an enormous spike in demand on the international currency markets. And when Libya was turned from the gold dinar that Gaddafi was trying to establish, or Iraq was forced to reverse their 2002 decision to trade oil in euros, when that happened, demand levels were again preserved. Now, I can't get into the details on this. I've read a couple calculus textbooks, but I talked to Grok about the economics. And if you just look at the very basic economics of supply and demand curves and that stuff, and then you take a country the size of Iran with about a $4 billion GDP. I just, for simplicity's sake, I took $500 billion GDP. And if you imagine that their oil market, and you estimate that, switches from trade in yuan to USD, the Chinese currency versus the American currency, this switch would create enough of an increased demand in the U.S. dollar and therefore an increased value of the U.S. dollar, which would allow for between 200 and 800 billion in quantitative easing. That means printing money. So if this war costs us less than $1 trillion, it might be good for business.